I've kind of mentioned this in past videos before, but your business may be growing, your role may be growing where you're at, but are you, right? Are you constantly connecting with people and putting yourself in proximity with the type of person that you want to be, right? So I'll give you an example. The BNI group that I was in, I've mentioned this in past videos before. Awesome people, I can't say enough, right? Enough good things. Great people. I was sitting there one day and I had a thought come over my head. I go, I don't know if I'm, trying to dampen my ego. I don't know if I'm, one of the best business people in here, but I think we have one of the best businesses in this room. And I don't want to be in a room where I feel like I'm one of the best. I want to be, I want to be middle of the pack. I want to learn from people's mistakes, and I also want to learn from people that are where I want to be, right? And I'm not in BNI anymore. That was a thought I had, and then I was thinking for a while, well, maybe that is my ego, right? And then I actually, I believe it was words from God giving me the answer on my deliberation here. But I had a person that was within the group say, you're the best. You're the best person we have in this group. And I was like, what are you talking about? I had no idea. I still don't take that too seriously, but it made me realize, like, yeah, we want to be in proximity with, the type of business people that we want to become, my partner and I. We want to be, right? And we weren't in that group, right? We weren't a part of that. So that was why we made that exit. But I'll tell another quick story real quick. I've been to a couple of Tony Robbins events in my life, and he always tells this story about when he was kind of at a lower level business person, kind of working his way up. And, he got invited. I don't know the story verbatim, but you'll get the gist. He gets invited on this trip with a bunch of, big time millionaires, maybe even billionaires, on this private jet trip, whatever it was, right? And there was a handful of them, and they're all traveling together. And as Tony tells the story, one of the guys that invites him, and Tony's not at that level yet, he says, whatever the number was, hey, Tony, this trip's going to cost $60,000, whatever the number was. And Tony was like, ouch, like I can't stretch that far, right? I can't make that payment. And the guy said something along the lines of, are you aware of who's going to be on this trip? And what he was saying was, 60,000 may be a lot, right? And it is. It's a lot. At any level, it's a lot. But what Tony didn't realize until this guy told him was, look who you're going to be in proximity with. And you'll always hear Tony say, proximity is power. There's nothing more true than that. So he ended up biting the bullet. And obviously, you listening, you know who he is. Like he's definitely made it worth it. Not just because of that trip, but he's put himself in proximity with the who's who of entrepreneurs and business people in the entire world, not just America. So just a small story that I wanted to tell. But the whole point of this video is make sure you are always growing as a business person and as a person in general, but as a business person here, and not just your business, because the success of a business is only as good as the psychology and skill set of the owner. So make sure you're always growing.